Hi everyone, this is Kevin St.Clergy, and I want to personally welcome you to GrimReaperMarketing.com. Don't dominate your niche, kill it. That's our tagline, that's what we use. We've been getting a lot of attention from what we've been doing here, and that's actually what Grim Reaper Marketing is all about. You see, when it comes to internet marketing businesses, what I've found is that there's two major problems with internet marketing businesses today. Number one is lack of clarity, which means the majority of the people that I've met so far aren't very clear on what they're trying to achieve. And your major goal should be to create a business that brings value to a group of people. If you don't do that, you're not going to achieve the other things that you think you were trying to do, like making money, replacing your income, or giving yourself more freedom. The second biggest problem that I see in internet marketing businesses today is absence of attention, which means not enough people know what you're trying to do, and all the things that you're doing aren't working right. They're not giving you an edge over the competitors. They're not establishing you as an expert in your particular niche, which doesn't allow you to maximize the amount of products and information that you're selling. So what is this all about? Well, first of all, I've never been one of those chronic product purchasers or the one guy who goes to meeting after meeting after meeting and does nothing. We execute, we take action, we make our mistakes, and then we make adjustments. Grim Reaper Marketing is execution in a box. And yeah, I had to get cute with the name, and we've had a great time coming up with some of the normal concepts that a lot of you are using and putting a little different twist on it to make it work with GrimReaperMarketing.com. This concept has helped me create a wonderful business, and I believe it can do the same for you regardless of whether you're considering starting a new business on your own or you have a very established business. New businesses can create an edge for themselves as they launch into their markets, and established businesses can learn something new that can help them get to the next level. Let me share with you a little bit about my history and what has got us here today. We started with a $50 a month continuity program. I know that's a little opposite of what most of you started with. Most of you start with a product, then you add continuity later. For those of you who don't know what continuity programs are, they're just programs that you have where customers pay you little bits of money to have access to certain knowledge or use a particular product. I did not hit it big overnight, and for some of you watching this, you may not think that what we've done is an incredible achievement. But after attending a few events in the internet marketing world and hearing how some of the multi-million-dollar businesses are impressed with what we've done, we decided to launch GrimReaperMarketing.com. Now, I'm not going to tell you again that this happened overnight. I'm not going to tell you this was easy. I've worked my tail off, I've scratched and clawed my way to the top. Our growth is realistic, and I'm proud of what we have done. We've made many mistakes along the way, and we're overcoming many of them. Let me talk about what we've done. We actually started at the end of 2006 and sold one continuity program for $50. Didn't put that one on the graph. In 2007, we grew quite a bit. The message was starting to get out, and we did $30,000 in sales. I was happy with that. It was extra money. I was doing well. In 2008, we did $80,000. At the end of 2008, we introduced the Grim Reaper marketing concept that we're going to share with you today, and that's when it really started to happen for us, and we grew to almost $400,000 in 2009. Oh, and by the way, when we did that number in 2009, I used hardly any email marketing. We did not do any search engine optimization, and we did not use pay-per-click advertising. That's what makes Grim Reaper Marketing so amazing. And this year we're on track to do $600,000. I'm pretty sure we'll do well over that, especially with what's happened in the last couple of months. It's pretty amazing, and I'm still in shock where we're at today. Because I was just a corporate lackey in a dead-end job as a sales director. I learned a great deal there, but I was simply tired of building someone else's dreams, and I also looked at my dead-end job and discovered that the last year I was there, when I sold, personally, $5.5 million worth of product. Now, they paid me well. I made $200,000, but I made the company well over $2 million. So I got tired of building somebody else's dream and decided to start my own company, which hopefully for some of you that are listening to this right now, that's one of the reasons you did this too. So what really happened? The big revelation came when I read a book from an author that I absolutely loved, and I'll be sharing that with you in the Grim Reaper Marketing product. I took the Bill Glazer, Dan Kennedy concept of ethically swiping and redeploying, and then I wrote a book of my own. It had a very different and scary title. Well, little did I know that that book and the entire concept that we created would build our business to where we're at today. Now, I've heard about people creating information products and books in a weekend or outsourcing it for like $200, but that just didn't happen for me. This book took me a year to write, and it has a little different format. The first part is a fable about someone who's struggling with their business and who meets a consultant who teaches them how to turn it around. Now, there's a little twist at the end of the book that really brings the point of the book home. The second part of the book goes into detail about what the consultant teaches the business owner in the first part of the book, or the fable. Now, I had paid help that helped me with developing the characters. I had to hire a special fable editor, which was not fun to say the least. Well, just to give you a quick story, way off the subject, but I don't know if you know what telling is, but I was ready to kill the fable editor because she kept telling me, you're telling, you're telling, you're telling. I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about. And for those of you who don't know, telling is a concept when you're writing a story and you say that this is a good business owner that cares about their clients. Well, telling, you can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. It's against the quote-unquote rules. So I kept rewriting it, and the way you're supposed to write it is something like the business owner made sure that she spent enough time talking with their client so that the client understood exactly what they were getting for what they were paying, so they clearly understood the value that they were getting. But a lot of times I would rewrite the section, and she would go, you're still telling. So anyway, we ended up knocking it out. It cost me a fortune. It cost me almost $4,000 just to write the book, and editing fees and character development, things like that. And believe it or not, the Grim Reaper is actually a character in the book. So basically what we did is we put the book up on a site with some upsells, and we planned a very special postcard mailer around the book, and the Grim Reaper marketing concept was born and proven in about 45 days. The actual postcard that we used looks something like this. This is an actual postcard. Now I've blurred out everything. You'll actually get an exact copy of it in the actual product itself. And in my opinion, with the results that we got, what we're charging for this particular product, this postcard is worth that alone. But take a look at the response rates that we got. They're pretty amazing. We mailed out 4,000 postcards to a purchase list that we bought from an online company. It cost us about $1,500 to stamp it, print it, and mail it. We got 900 visits to the website. We had 300 people opt in. 291 got the free book and paid the $4.95 in shipping and handling. 35% bought our first upsell at $47. Okay, that was $4,700 in sales. We immediately got our money back. We had a few purchases for our next upsells, and we learned a lot about what really works in this industry, which totaled around $500 in sales. And then we sold 15 of our high-end products at $29.97. The total was $50,155 in 45 days. Absolutely amazing. And again, no SEO, is all off that first postcard, and it really created an income stream through the end of the year, and that's how we got to the $400,000 almost in sales. It was amazing. Now that was pretty cool, and the mailer and the book continue to drive in high-end sales and continuity programs until the end of the year, and it continues to this day. The really fun part of what happened next is something that I never could have predicted. And what's starting to happen is we're starting to get what I call no commission affiliates. And that means that some of these people were reading our books and they were coming to us saying, hey, we've got a big company, we've got several clients, can we bring these people to you and you do what you do best? And here's an example of a check that we get almost every month. It's anywhere from $7,000 to $9,000 every single month from what I call a no commission affiliate, which means they bring us business and I don't pay them. But we create a lot of value. Now the other thing that happened is as I established myself as an expert in our field, I started getting speaking engagements. And here's one that I got that allowed me to go out to 8 different speaking engagements. We got paid $14,500 and expenses. All my expenses were reimbursed. And we got to actually market all of our services to all the attendees. It was over 300 people in 3 weeks. Absolutely amazing for a very small niche. Keep in mind, my niche isn't as big as some of yours that are out there. These are the things that I didn't count on. And I just want to really know how much we're doing. Like I said, we're on track to do about $600,000 this year. Here's a screenshot from my Infusionsoft program, which whether you buy my product or not, if you really want to create a business, I highly recommend Infusionsoft for your company. But we did $51,585 last month. Still pretty amazing to me. We're going to take it to the next level. Our goal next year is to do $1 million. We'll see if it happens. All right, so let's go over what you get. Let's get to the reason why we're here. Now, we are selling a product. And as I said before, our first product that teaches Grim Reaper marketing is Execution in a Box. We're going to share with you exactly what we did in our niche to kill it. There's no reason you can't copy exactly what we did and use a lot of the tools that we're going to share with you to do the same thing in your market. Everything from our book that we wrote with PLR rights and the postcard we used to get those amazing results that I shared with you before, and a way to simply use our exact postcard and simply change the names to yours. The websites we use, and even some of the really cool things like the scripts that we use for powerful upsells in Infusionsoft. These are one-click upsell scripts that I'm going to be sharing with you. So basically, I mean everything. I'm also going to give you 2 hours of my time as part of the package. I want to see you succeed, and I want to help you do it. You will receive my phone number as soon as your order of the product is complete, and then we'll get you scheduled with that immediately. That alone, in my opinion, is worth the entire price of the product. I'm going to break it down into a 3-step process of how you can recreate what we did in our niche or several niches. There are a couple of ways to do this, and we've covered them both in the product. One concept we call grave digging. I know, again, we had to get cute with it. This is where we'll teach you how to go very deep into one niche and offer several different products, including some high-end coaching programs, high-end continuity programs, and large ticket sales. There's also another concept we'll cover, and that is called building your graveyard. This concept allows you to kill different niches and simply hire industry leaders to run those for you. There's going to be a lot more. Our 3-step process is simple. Niche it, kill it, profit. We'll then break it into 5 weekly live trainings that will be recorded, of course, in case you can't make it or you're buying this product after we've already finished the live trainings. Those 5 areas will be your niche and how to kill it, bringing death to your niche, creating a company with real products that have value, setting up your products and how to price them, and then profitability and sustaining growth. Along with the 5 trainings, you're also going to receive a copy of my book that I wrote, and again, it cost me well over $4,000 to complete with private label rights, which means you can change the stories, put your name on it, and dominate your niche. You're going to get a copy of all my websites that we used, including the HTML codes and the copy. I'm going to give you a copy again of those one-click upsells that we used with Infusionsoft, a copy of my amazing postcard that got us the results that we shared earlier, a complete list of products that we sell with the pricing that we have. This will absolutely amaze you because using the Grim Reaper marketing approach, we're able to charge top dollar and get it every time. And as I said before, 2 hours of personal coaching time with me. Now, I'm also going to be sharing with you the mistakes that we've made so that you don't make those same mistakes as part of the training. All right, let's get to the question that you're all asking. How much are you charging us for all this stuff, Kevin? Well, I've got some friends in the industry who have told me that for all I'm giving you and what I paid for it to develop it, and the fact that I'm going to help you not make the same mistakes that I made when I first started, that I should charge close to $3,000 for this particular product. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do an introductory price of $997. I hope you take advantage of it. If you have any questions on what we're selling and what we're offering, I'm going to do something again that's really different. I'm going to encourage you to call me personally. You can call me personally at 256-251-5056. Just tell Nancy, my assistant, why you're calling, and then she'll schedule at least 30 minutes with you so I can get all your questions answered before you buy if that's what you want to do. If you're impressed with what you saw today and you're ready to go ahead and move forward to the purchase of the product, just put your first name, last name, and email address in the form to the right, and it will take you immediately to the order page. I look forward to hearing how you're doing. If you have any questions, please call me personally, and I'll see you at the top.